A year ago when I started gardening, I noticed right away that I needed some vermicompost, so earthworms. And so I asked my aunt if she had some composting worms. So she said, yeah. So she gave me about a pound of wigglers, and a year after, this is the result. Two vermicompost bin, able to digest around 60 pounds of organic materials a week, and right now they're set up for worm juice. So let me show you around. So you'll notice at the top of the bin there is a screen, and this is actually some veil that was found at some fabric shop. That's for aeration, but also not to get the pesky fruit flies loose. Let's open up the bin. So inside I have some a container, and the container has some water, and the water drips slowly onto the worm bin. The bin has some heavy fabric on it. This is also for controlling the flies, but also to control humidity. So every day I add about a gallon of water to the worm bin, and in turn it runs off into the sump there. So I'll show you that later. Let's take this off. It's just organic galore there. Okay, we have, let's pull this out. This is just like the top bedding. It's already full of worms. Let's see what we got in here. So we have hundreds of worms, if not thousands. Eggs here, egg. I have a few seeds. These used to be leaves and whatnot, debris from the restaurant or coffee. Now it appears to be digesting very well. The worms are very much doing their job, and they're laying eggs, so that means they're happy. So the juice from the vermicomposter drips and falls into this tote, which is circulated inside with a pump, and the pump has a venturi hooked up to it and provides air and aerates the worm juice, and by doing so it just increases the bacteria and everything, and it gets rid of some of the smell, and it's just very usable as is. A little strong for direct application. A closer look at the pump and its venturi. I'll just pull it out. So the venturi comes out here, and this hooks up to a transparent tube, and the pump is just a submersible pump, and it's a 500 gallon per hour pump. So I just dip that in there. Let's look at the aeration. You can see bubbles flowing through here inside. So the pump is taking up quite a bit of air from the venturi, and it's just aerating everything much better than an air stone because it doesn't get jammed. I did have to make a muffler because the intake of the air is a little like noisy. So if you can hear that, it's pretty bad. So just a mason jar with 2 tubes, just kills the dentist sucking feeling. As you can see, I started out with just a few worms, and now I have thousands of worms. So it's very easy to build up a population. What I'm using the vermiliquor for is actually foliar feeding, watered down, so a watered down version about half and half for foliar feeding. This also makes the leaves thicker, and also you can wash off some of the insects or pests. A little bit of this soap to cut the surface tension, and water or foliar feed the plants right away. Trying to try to pulverize the whatever aphids or spider mites that you may have. So what happens is the leaves, they get an injury from the spider mites or the aphids, and the vermicompost or vermiliquor just helps to heal that wound very quickly and hardens the leaf. Also, I intend to use the vermiliquor as a supplement for hydroponics. So vermiponics, that's what I want to do with the vermiliquor. It's full of vitamin and full of different things, so I intend to use it as a non-circulating hydroponic system such as Kratky, but not exactly. Kratky did have several methods, so I intend to use one of the methods with a twist. So I would like to use a combination of dirt and water with nutrients, and that water with nutrients will include, of course, vermiliquor. So thanks for listening.